One of the most common challenges that you will be facing, you should be prepared for it. I think Blair Singer, one of my mentors, he said, like, make a list of your nightmares because those nightmares are going to come true. Probably once I knew all those nightmares, I was being so aware, like, okay, these are all my nightmares, and 30 to 40% nightmares already done in the past. Like, there are a lot of nightmares that has to come true. For example, you're doing a webinar, you have a technical glitch, your laptop crashes. Will be happened with me. You're going to deliver content for like maybe 90, 100, 200 people, and suddenly what happens is you freeze. You get so overwhelmed in a way, and then your mind goes blank. It happened with me where I was coaching and I was like, okay, what should I talk to this person? It's like that person is not listening to me. I'm on a hot seat, and no matter how much I try, they are just not able to receive what I'm saying. Because I knew it was right. They were not in that mode of receiving the thing that I was saying to them, the thing that I was coaching to them. Great nightmares, and you pitching a product, and nobody is buying, and there's like that little awkward silences between you and the whole audience that's in front of you. It's like you are expecting people to buy and they're not buying it. Not a single one is buying it. They are so very confused with what to say next, because now you are confused what to say next, they are confused what to say next. So these are so many nightmares that are going to come true. And how to shoot online course without being overwhelmed, this is something that you are going to get stuck over and over unless and until you get that routine building, you can get that momentum building. Because once you have that momentum, no matter what happens, no one can break that. No matter what happens, no one can break that particular momentum of yours except you. Now, we had a very heavy lunch today. I'm so drowsy. We had ghee rice and stuff like that. I'm on diet, I do workouts, and suddenly we plan to go for a lunch, and it's like I had so nice food, came back, I want to record this. Now I am just recording so that I don't get to break the momentum. I know how I am with momentum. If I don't do what's in my routine, if I one day I break one momentum, I know how difficult it takes to start the engine again. Just take an example of what? Just take an example of a vehicle where it's broken down and the vehicle has got no fuel in it, and you are on a straight left out in the midnight of it. It's like you don't have anyone, but then you can see like 5 kilometers there's like a pump over there. What do? Do you walk there? No, you're way too scared to leave your vehicle here. Probably things might get stolen, or you might never see that particular thing back again, something like that. What do? You hold the wheel and you start pushing it again. You're not pushing it, you start pushing and dragging the vehicle and dragging it and dragging it and dragging it. What happens when you're starting to drag the vehicle? I'm talking about four-wheeler. When you're starting to drag the vehicle, it takes difficulty to build the momentum. But then once you pick that speed, once you start picking that speed, it becomes smoother and easier. So that's the whole thing. And once you start back again, what happens? You need to put the effort back in when you get old. So we are going to dive deep into 6 points that I've mentioned for you. Thank you so much for making this video a part of your day. 3.5 minutes still in the context setting. Thank you so much for bearing so far in this particular video. We are going to talk about 6 different points. The first point, how to shoot videos, or how to shoot content, or how to shoot online courses without being overwhelmed. That being the context of it. Number 1, nobody knows who you exist. Nobody knows that you exist. When you are starting off, this is specifically for the members who are starting off their recording journey, who are starting off their online courses journey, who are just starting things off. And you will be overwhelmed at each point, each and every single time you hit that record button, because that's like you're not used to it, you're not habitual to it and stuff like that. So think of it in this way. Point number 1 is nobody know you exist. The market doesn't know you. The people doesn't know you. Your friends, you probably have not said your friends what you're doing. Your family, probably they don't know you. They know you what you're doing. Again, the customers who you are going to reach, they don't know who you are. So you don't exist. Your business idea exists just with you. You don't have a community. You don't have ads running. You don't have followers. You don't have subscribers. So why bother thinking about them? It's like, what will they say? What will they say? Will this make sense to them? It's like, block everything out. Once you block everything out, it's like, okay, the world doesn't know me. I'm going to record just for the sake of recording. Like, I'm just going to record, just documenting myself, what I'm learning, what I'm sharing. If I show you what I've been doing for past 3 years recording journey, the first initial videos I was just talking to camera, thinking that they will be launched, but those videos never saw the daylight. Probably my community will be seeing those videos when I talk about these topics and stuff like that. But then those were the initial days of it. Like, I was so enthusiastic talking and sharing, like, I'm going to teach you this, that. But no, I recorded it, spent so much time editing it, but then it's like, okay, archived. I'm going to do a different version of it. So nobody knows you exist, so why bother? Like, just hit the record button and start talking. The only judge, the only critic you're going to face will be you. So just face yourself and start recording it. Point number 2 is craft your own platforms. What do you mean by that? When you are a celebrity, probably when you are leading people, you are the community member, you are the community leader, you are doing something. When you are making money, when you have people inside your community, that's when people know where to reach you, what blogs you're reading, what videos you're recording, what podcasts you're launching, what is your online course. Like, that's when that happens. When you make money, when you are inside the market, that's where people come to you searching for your name. If you don't have those things already, then people don't come and look at what you're doing, because they don't know who you are. They don't know what platforms you are in. They don't even know what your name is. They don't know what your idea is. They don't know what your mission is. They don't know what your vision is. They don't know anything about you. So once you are, it's like Shah Fazal or Fazal Ahmad Shah. Who knows Fazal Ahmad Shah? You are watching this video, you know that, because probably you are a part of the members list inside the Community Academy of Artists and Scientists, or probably you are in my email list. That's the only way that you came to know this puzzle. Probably I have reached out to you instead of you coming and searching for me. Otherwise, people don't know me who Fazal is. Like, okay, great. So until that time, let us see when people will come. Let's talk about that then later. Now, you create your own YouTube page, a podcast channel, a website that you want to create. Just start recording and keep on shooting videos and publishing videos, because again, you're going to get 0 views on that one. Who cares? What we are building is long-term assets. It can be your YouTube channel videos, your podcasts, your online course. Again, it's way too long-term. Start recording and publishing. Again, it's just, instead of saving in a hard drive, you're saving it digitally, so that when you start having an audience, they would love to know how you were a year back, 2 years back, 6 months back. Because once you are like 1 year ahead into the game, and when they join you a year ahead, they are the last year version of you. So they want to see how you started, what you did, what was your thought process. So this is you successful. They want to see this version of you, because that's how you went. That's the role model that you have created. Again, crafting your own platform links, posting it content just for the sake of posting it. Let it stay there. Once we start into businesses and automations and integration, that's when we use that. Until then, instead of just keeping what you have within you, let's keep it digitally, and then we'll start monetizing it later on. Third point, document your learnings. One of the things that I've learned, again, 2 points. Document your learnings, documenting your thought process. Point number 3 and 4. These 2 things I've learned from Alex Hormozi. I was like, he said, okay, I will get old someday. And this channel that I've created, he's saying, this channel that I've created, this is just me having a thought process. Even if I get like 0 views, I don't care. This is not for the views. The best way to grow is to learn. And the best way to learn is to teach. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to teach you so that you get to learn if you are there, not when you are there. If you are watching it, you get to learn what my thought process. Plus, this is something that I am stacking and archiving it for myself. When I get old, I want to see how Alex is used to operate in that particular phase of life. Great. That thought process was so helpful for me. That's kickstarted my launch series of YouTube. Kickstarted the launch series of my podcast. So great. Probably I won't be there for next 20 years. Probably I don't have this efficiency, the thought process, or whatever this is. Probably in next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years or 30 years. I don't know. Probably I'll get old tomorrow and I have no idea how this puzzle works. Okay, great. I am going to document my learnings, my perspectives, my thought process in these channels, in the form of content, in the form of digital assets. You know why? Because once we get into this mindset, it becomes so smooth for you to start launching course. It gives you such a sense of satisfaction. It helps you facilitate your own thoughts, gives you so much of clarity. Let's keep audience aside. We are not even talking about them. It's just about you. How do you not get overwhelmed? Like, how do you do when you get overwhelmed? When you stop thinking, when you block all those doors, and when you just do for the sake of, okay, the more I record videos, the more I get to get clarity. The more I get to see, vocalize and practice the thing that I am good at, so that from good I'll become great, and from great I'll become unstoppable. I'll become relentless. I'll become this. I'll become that. Because the more I talk about a certain thing, the crisper it gets, the smoother it gets, the deeper that particular knowledge goes within you. The more I practice it, the better I get. So once you start documenting your learnings and thought process, like, okay, I read this particular one page of a book today. Okay, what can I create of it? I'm too shy to get over a video. Great, I'll just record a small little voice note, and I'll just talk to myself and go to anchor.fm, publish it, let it stay there. When the time comes, we'll automate it, we'll integrate it, because that's the world that we are heading into. Living, not heading, we are living that world. We'll use that as an email sequence, as an email nurturing thing that people want to see next day, probably tomorrow, probably the year after that. Because again, what you have today is the best of your knowledge, and when people are there, it is really leading off it. Point number 3, document your learnings, document your thoughts. 5th one, slowly you will feel to share. The more you are keep creating this digital kingdom of yours, the online kingdom of yours, again with 0 views, as in how you start creating this, now you'll start feeling, okay, I have done so hard work. Now people need to listen to what I have to say. People need to watch the videos that I've created. Slowly and subtly, you'll start sharing those links with them. And now okay, now that I have got like maybe 30 YouTube videos, 40 YouTube videos, probably 100 YouTube videos, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to advertise them. I'm going to work on a system. I'm going to craft an online course. The more I do that, the better I get. 6th one, that time start. Okay, once you start feeling that you need to start sharing it, now you've got that conviction of the practice. Now the more you vocalized it, now you feel it is so important, so it reaches out to the people. Again, past content, reaching out to the new people. Great. Now that feeling is there, start sharing. Once you have that feeling, start sharing with the world. Get into funnel, start building an online course, and let us how can we strategize it in a very tactical way, craft it, create an online courses, multiple levels, do start webinars, workshops, whatever that is, get people into your workshop, start monetizing what you've got, get people inside the community. So the coaching part is running, the community part is running, the business part is running, the systems part is running, everything is running, and happily ever after, and happily living ever after, sort of a thing. Thank you so much for making this 6 points a part of your day, and me a part of your day. Stop being overwhelmed and start shooting content. Just block anything and everything that comes with them. Block that and start doing it just for the sake of you. Think about documenting what I've learned today, documenting what thoughts I have today, and based on those thought processes, keep on chunking out content, releasing out content, so that on a longer run, it is 1,000% going to be efficient for you. It's going to work like you're going to make a monetizing machine on the back end when you do all these things. Thank you so much, and I am going to see you in another video.
يسعك الفضاء